Everyone, it's Frank Kleswitz with Viral Marketing, quarantining here in California from my home office. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining me today. We're just going live here on Facebook, and you may be watching the replay here if you're not watching it live. But interesting story to share with you. Mark Callender is one of our clients up in Twin Cities, up in Minnesota. Client of ours for quite some time, 5-6 years ago, started with us. Client for a couple years. GCI went up. But as with anything kind of database marketing, since the people are already in your list versus someone brand new that's easy to track, it was kind of hard for him to figure out maybe like, am I really getting a return on what you're spending with us? So he quit. Totally cool. Let him go. And his business went down. And I think Vyral was the only thing he changed. And we'll talk about that here today. But he since rehired us back, got going back on the program. And his GCI is doing well. It's up, even in 2020 in the year of COVID. So I want to welcome Mark today. You're going to hear a story, and hopefully we get some good nuggets on what you two can do to help get some more business, and business from profitable sources, from past clients and Sphere. And Mark's going to be someone who can really talk to that because you've been selling real estate for 19 years, right, Mike? Right, Mark?
Right. Yep.
19 years. And how many past clients do you have?
Oh gosh. Probably 300-400 past clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back a couple of years ago when you heard about us and you decided to use us.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lack of vendors out there competing for your money to help you get business.
Right.
You heard about, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably heard of us and you checked us out. What was your decision to pull the trigger initially to start, ramping up what you're doing with your current list? Let's take us back to that point and tell us the problem that we solved.
Yeah, I think we were in a time, 2013, 14, 15, markets coming back, and video, YouTube was, it's been running, it's been ongoing, but with real estate, I've always heard that you got to get out in front of people. You got to get out, and Bomb came out, I think about that time. And so I just really started researching what was going on and what other agents were doing. And it finally, my research brought me to Vyral marketing. And I watched some of the videos that the agents were doing. And I watched some interviews that we're doing similar right now. And I thought, I got to give this a try. I gotta get out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone was to not be in front of videos. I hated my picture being taken. And so it was a struggle for me at first. But once I got used to it, it really started to work. I felt much more comfortable, and it worked. Looking back, I can say it worked really well. And I was doing something that nobody else was doing. And I shouldn't say nobody else, but very few agents really get out there twice a month, put a video out. I don't see it. I rarely see it in my market, even today.
Okay. So you work with us for a couple of years. Your business is growing. You're making money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about at that time how you get your business. So what are your main lead sources of how buyers and sellers come into you? And let's go back to the time when you were currently a client. Yep. Where did you get your business from?
Referrals. Yeah, mainly referrals. Getting out there, talking to people, and that's where still my main source is. And I wasn't a big Zillow lead buyer or Trulia realtor.com. I've done it in the past, but getting out there and giving somebody something of value was really where I was getting my leads from.
Be a little more specific. What do you mean getting out there and referrals?
Yep.
Were you lucky enough just to sit around all day long and people call you?
Yeah, right. My phone as soon as I got licensed, my phone started to ring. But no, what I was doing is I was staying in touch. I was doing the Keller Williams 36 touch. Started that right away in my career. And I am a big believer in direct mail marketing, always have been.
Good, same here.
Yeah. And so I was sending out a newsletter that would work. And so what I was doing is I was staying in front of people. As soon as I would sell a house, those people were in my database. They'd be getting a call every couple months from me saying, hey, how are you? I was doing some small client appreciation things where I would call, 5 or 6, 7 of my clients and say, hey, I'm going to happy hour with my family. If you want to stop by, I'd be happy to buy you an appetizer and a drink with your family, let me know. And that was working. It was actually working. And so just staying in touch, making those calls, and the direction.
How many calls a week would you be making? How many hours a week would you prospect?
Not,
It sounds
it,
like you'd only call your past clients. Is that right?
I was not prospecting, right? I was just staying in touch with my past clients, and they liked it. They said, "Hey, thanks for calling." I never brought up real estate. I would call and I would say, "How's the family? I saw on Facebook your son just went into college. How's he doing?" Things like that. Never brought up real estate, but in the end of the conversation, they were always bringing up real estate, saying, "How's the market? What's going on?"
Well, they knew you were an agent. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you
Um,
did a little direct mail. I mean, who were you mailing? What were you mailing? How many people were you mailing? What were you spending on the mailing?
yeah, I was mailing out about 450 newsletters, and they were kind of a fun newsletter, 4 pages, and it had some trivia in there. It had some market updates. It had some ideas for winterization of your home. The new season's coming in, what you need to do to prepare. Information like that. And the
So it's
cost.
probably cost about 250, $300 a month
Yep.
to send
Yeah.
that out. Yep.
And then plus the service was another $80-$90. It was a service that do a complete you could do a complete newsletter on your own if you wanted to, or they would do it for you and you could just make subtle changes in it. And it worked. People really liked it. And in the newsletter, I put in a trivia question. First one to answer the trivia question gets a $25 gift card to Starbucks. And so it engaged people. And I had actually quit that for a while too, because I thought, I'm not getting that many people responding to me. When I would send out the trivia, I'd maybe get out of 450, I'd maybe get 5 to 10 people who called me or emailed me with the answer of the trivia. So I thought, is this really working? So I quit for a while to see if it was working. All of a sudden, people are calling me, emailing, say, "Hey, did I get taken off your database? I didn't get my newsletter this month. What's going on?" So I started that right up. Started it back up, and it worked.
That's great.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting how you write that check every month, you send that stuff out, and people call you
Mm-hmm.
or they know who you are,
Mm-hmm.
but they never say, like, oh, the reason I'm hiring you is because of your newsletter.
Right.
But that probably prompted a discussion. The
It
reason
did.
I'm hiring is because I knew you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're spending the only marketing you're spending initially in those years was about 250, $300 a month. Is that right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you hear about, you're very database focused.
Mm-hmm.
I want to step up my game. You hear about Vyral. You get
Right.
involved with us.
Mm-hmm.
Your business keeps going up.
It does.
It did.
Yeah.
And how did it go up? I mean, what is anything else you changed? Anything else new you saw?
Not really. I kept going with my newsletters, um, added viral marketing, and that was really the only change that I made. Again, I wasn't buying leads. I was, sending out the videos, and people would comment, and I would get a phone call here and there, or people would respond on Facebook, or wherever I was putting that video out, people were responding.
How many people were we sending the videos to at the time?
Probably a database of, and they weren't. I break down my database in the A's, B's, C's, D's,
Mm-hmm.
but we were sending it to everybody at that time. So
Every email address we can grab from your system.
right back then, that's what we were doing, and I would say I was probably 1,500.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. So that would go out.
Mm-hmm.
And how much time would it take for you to shoot your videos? We would probably interview you on a webcam, much like this, for your
Correct.
topics.
Yep. I would say we do a couple videos at the same time. Maybe an hour at the most.
Okay.
I'd be all ready, all set.
So you go from 186.7 to about
Mm-hmm.
309 GCI.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good, man. I mean, do you have any staff? Is it just you?
Back then, I was just on my own. Yeah.
Great. So it's just you with about $1,000 a month of marketing, 12
Mm-hmm.
grand a year on marketing, making $309,000.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good return.
Pretty good return. It's pretty darn good on the database. Love it.
Yeah,
but it's still hard to track, right? Like,
it's
just, yeah.
I mean, unless
so tell me now you get to this point, you're writing checks to Vyral, you're writing checks to you're writing these marketing checks and you're looking at all these people you already know hiring you. It's like, is this stuff making any difference?
Mm-hmm.
And you get to this point where it's like, the hell with all that. I'm going to quit. So tell me about that decision and why you made that decision.
Yeah, my business should be growing, not going down, especially when the market is going up, from where we were 10, 12 years ago. And it was actually dropping. My GCI was dropping, still making good money, but it was dropping. And I thought, okay, I really got to sit back and think about what change did I make.
Well, hang on. Before you do that, I want to go back and ask you, why did you cancel when your business was going up?
That's a great question. I thought it was more based on our market rising. The market's coming back every year. And it was really starting to get geared up and the engine was moving. And I thought, well, it's just the market. The market's getting better.
So
Because,
you stopped.
I was
Yeah.
around, I was around during the short sales and the bank owned stuff. I did both of those. And those were some tough times. And then I really saw that market coming back in 2000. Well, it started basically 2012, 13 with us. Started with you about, I think, 2015, and it's been going up ever since. Hasn't stopped, hasn't dropped, nothing. And so I based it just on a better market.
Okay. So you stop. You stopped us. Did you stop your print newsletter as well? Or did you keep that going?
I kept that going. Yep, that's one thing I did keep going.
Okay. So the only thing you changed was just your digital marketing, right?
Correct. Yep, videos.
And then the story, I remember when you emailing me this, it was so impactful. The business went down,
Mm-hmm.
back down to 173.
Right.
And you're like, what happened? So, I mean, obviously you stopped Vyral, but I mean, anything else happen during that time that might have attributed to the loss in sales?
No, no.
No.
I have a great brokerage behind me, Remax Results.
Yeah, they're like the biggest one out there, aren't they?
They are the biggest franchisee with Remax in the world. Yeah, we have 40
Yeah.
some offices. They're huge. In our tech department, everything is, we have free stuff at our disposal as agents. And if you can't make it here, you can't make it. I've always said that. And but the one thing that I didn't have was, somebody pushing me monthly to get in front of the camera and make these videos.
Yeah, it's like having a personal trainer help get this stuff done, right?
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Now, there's other things you could have sent out to your list. You didn't have to make video. Why video?
Well, everything I read a lot, and what's going on in digital, what you got to do, and so I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna get bomb, do a video email to my clients. Never did one.
Never did one.
Had
Yeah.
a subscription for 3-4 years.
I bought a gym membership and never went.
Right.
Or I just go to the jacuzzi.
Exactly. Yeah, there's nobody there on the other end, to help me with these videos and guide me through it, get me over my stage fright, and it was really good. It really helped.
Okay. So we put it back in place. We ran up the database. We start sending the stuff out. So what do? We get you on video.
Yep.
You make 2 educational videos a month. We send those out,
Mm-hmm.
post them on social media. Maybe if you want, boost it a bit, $5-10
Mm-hmm.
to your website visitors and to your database.
Right.
All right. So everyone that can see you on social media sees you.
Mm-hmm.
We would also do a little piece of direct mail, but you were already sending out some direct mail. So you
Right.
have that pillar handled.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the open and click report. So, hey, Mark, here's all the people that opened the email and then even took time out of the day, believe it or not, to actually watch your stuff and click some of your call to action links, maybe such as finding out what your home is worth or searching for properties.
Right.
Would you ever work or look at your open and click reports we send you to see who's
I did.
engaging with your stuff?
Yep, I did.
Call
And
them all, ahas from that, helpful.
yeah, I'll stay in touch with them. Thanks for watching. I'll ask any subject that you'd like to see, or can I answer that now for you? Things like that. And so it's nice because people see me in these videos, gives me an excuse to call them and say, hey, did you see my last video? The subject I used was from another client. Do you have something that you want to know about, that I can help you with, whether it's in the video or can I answer it for you right now? And they're like, well, yeah, when's our market going to bottom out? When are we going to go back into this? And so it really opens up a dialogue with my past clients. And the more you can stay in front of them, they're always going to think about you. If they've got a friend or family member or they're going to sell or buy, you're right there, top of mind.
And your business went up.
Went up. Yeah, started back with you guys last fall or late fall, November, getting set up again in the first video. Michelle, my assistant, and I, we did a Happy New Year video. And ever since
Nice.
then, it's been doing good.
You know, you've been in this space for 19 years. You've
Mm-hmm.
seen every fad and gimmick
Yep.
and method and team building and online.
Shiny
I mean,
object.
everything.
Yeah.
You've seen it all.
Yep.
And none of that's for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're just working your list. Why is that? How come you never went down that path? And sounds like you're living a pretty enjoyable life, making a pretty significant income percentage wise as an American. Your
Yeah.
American income
Absolutely.
yields because you don't have much expense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the expense just isn't really there. Um, Early on, as an agent, you're getting bombarded with these shiny objects coming at you all the time. You go to shows and different things, and after a while, you just get tired of it. You got to say, okay, what's working for other people? And that's when I found you guys, Vyral Marketing, and I watched the videos, and it took me a while to make the decision the first time, but it sure didn't take me long to make the decision the second time. When I came back with you guys in 2019, it's like, this is it. This is the change that I need to make. I need to go back to Vyral. I need to get back in front of the camera and make these videos for my clients. Stay in touch.
And there's nothing else you do. Just
Oh,
newsletters and emails to your list.
yeah,
You're just calling
and
people.
we have I don't know, I have not this year, but this would have been my fourth year putting on a charity car show, classic
Oh, yeah.
cars.
Nice.
And yeah, and we did that, but I didn't really get a lot of business out of it. We take pictures and send them out to my database, and invite all my database out, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We do stuff like that. Michelle and I, my assistant, we get out and we do a lot of community work. Homeless vets and things like that. But that doesn't really bring the business. We do that because we want to get back.
What brings the business? What's your answer to that question?
I think it's honesty, and just the knowledge of the market, and being, having integrity and things like that. And I've always said, you treat people right, everything else will follow. Everything falls in place, or falls in place. And I think just we're in such a digital era that the newsletters are great. Things like that are great. They work, but people are online on their phones, on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, constantly. I mean, that's the age we live in.
Great. What do you like the most working with us?
It's easy. Um, Ashley, I call her my coach. I don't know if she's really a coach, but she's
Marketing
great.
coach, not real estate coach.
No, she's not a real estate coach, but she coaches me through the videos. So she for me, she's a coach, and um, you guys just make it really simple, really simple.
What could we do better? What would you like to see us improve here?
What could you do better? Did you say?
Yeah. You're the
Um,
CEO of Vyral. You're in my shoes. What can we do better? What would you like to see that you think would
I haven't,
improve your business?
I haven't thought of that. Just because it's been so good. Um,
It's an honest question. I like the honesty.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's you know, I don't think I've had one complaint, Frank. I don't think there's been anything that I could just pull out of the air really quick and say, this is what you guys need to do. Um, I can't come up with anything right now, honestly.
Okay.
So,
I like that.
yeah.
So what, last question. Thank you
Yeah.
for your time today, by the way. If you have any referrals for someone, what are the areas you work specifically? Just the whole St. Paul, Minneapolis area?
Yeah. Twin Cities. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
You bet.
Do you have anyone up there that needs to be taking care of buying or selling a home? Mark will do a good job for him. What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about hiring Vyral?
The simplicity of it again, and the cost is very reasonable. The startup fees, and I look to see what other agents are paying for cold leads. I mean, Zillow leads, truly, I still call them cold leads.
Yeah.
It's super expensive. You guys, what I like about you is you show how to do the videos. You've got your direct mail, which in fact I've changed over now. By the way, I send the
Like my
newsletter.
letter? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We
And
use, we started add, I want to add to that, we try to reach everyone we can online, but you're only going to reach, a certain amount.
mhm.
Then you have your top contacts. I believe you have about 100. Is that right?
Yep.
You have
hmm
100 top contacts. They want to make sure, they may not see the Facebook post, they may not see the email, but we're going to make sure they get a letter.
Right.
Yep.
And it looks personalized.
Good. Yeah.
Where my old newsletters, they were, had the label on them.
Yeah. So you kind of paid attention to how I teach direct mail.
Mm-hmm.
So when you open it up, I just recommend a simple letter to your database.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you watching this that are clients or prospects of our firm, you're probably on my list.
Yep.
Just like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
One I get.
Anything else for advice to someone thinking about hiring Vyral?
You'll get over the camera shyness like I did. The nervousness goes away. It's like you're having a conversation with somebody just like we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy. Really easy to do.
And that's what we do for you at Vyral is we interview on a webcam just like this and we extract the knowledge. So edit ourselves out and you're left with a nice video.
Yeah. And people ask, well, what do you talk about? It's the same things that you talk to your clients about. They have questions. That's a subject right there that you can make a 2-3 minute video on. And because if they have that question, there's going to be a lot more people that have that same question.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Well, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate the interview today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If you're watching this, you can go to our website, getvyral.com, and download our official video marketing plan. It's the marketing plan we implemented for Mark that you can swipe and deploy for yourself on the homepage of our website. I also teach class every week. Mark, you're welcome to join those. Every Monday at 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern, I teach a marketing class where we go super deep on something we do for you at Vyral. If you're interested in that, to kind of really learn, how to take what you're doing with us to the highest level. Then finally, and you're welcome to come to those lessons. Anyone, as you're watching this, you can register on our website under Classroom. Then finally, if you're thinking about hiring us and you'd like to have an honest conversation, what it would look like if you were to start a video blog and sending videos out and doing what Mark's doing, you can request a free strategy call on our website and you'll speak to my business partner, John, who started the firm with us. So, Mark, thanks so much for watching, or not watching. Thanks so much for attending.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Being the guest today. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.